What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of P&W Bassin. Today I'm going to be doing a comparison video on two swim baits. We have a Huddleston right here, it's about 25 bucks, and this one is about 5 bucks at like Sportsman's Warehouse or something like that. Just an off-brand swim bait, and that's actually the swim bait that I caught my first ever bass on while using a swim bait, so that was pretty cool. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that. And if you haven't, make sure to follow me, I'll link that down here. Here's the first lure that I'm going to start with down at the pond. It's just about a 6-inch. The problem with these swim baits is they are the trout pattern. I have the trout pattern because I'm actually from up north in Washington State, and these are all over our lakes. Now I'm actually in Mississippi. Down south they don't really have the same abundance of trout as they do up north. Hopefully the bass are just hungry and they want to eat some good looking fish, because these fish don't even exist in the pond I'm about to fish. But we're gonna give it a try. I think we're gonna be able to get some reaction bites, if anything. I think this is gonna be a tough challenge. What we're gonna do, we're gonna fish this lure for an hour, and then we're gonna fish this lure for an hour. So let's get to fishing. Hopefully we can catch them. Alright guys, so we are about to head down to the pond, and before we do that, and now that you have seen both of the swim baits that we are fishing with right now, I want you guys to choose right now, comment below, which swim bait is going to do better. Here's the boat we're fishing with. Plugs in, black goes on the positive, red goes on the negative, right? That's how it works. Alright guys, I just got back to the spot that I want to fish. I'm gonna put on the clock for 1 hour, because after that 1 hour we are switching over to the next swim bait. So let's start it out. There's fish. There's fish. That's a stick. That's a stick. We're good, guys. We just scared all the fish out of here, so let's keep moving. Oh my gosh! There's a fish! Oh, he's barely hooked, he's barely hooked, he's barely hooked. Oh my gosh. Woo! Guys, there we go. Barely hooked. That's a good fish, guys. He's long. That's a really long fish right there. Alright guys, check that out. $7 swim bait catches monster fish, I guess. He was way out deep, guys. He freaking nailed it too. He's a 5-pounder. I was a little off. Jeez. Look at that, guys. That's a good fish. I honestly thought he was a lot bigger. I think his length kind of tricked me, but check that out. Woo! That's my second ever swim bait fish, and it came on that little thing. So I'm actually gonna get a picture with this fish and the swim bait next to it. All right guys, here's that fish. 5-pounder on the $7 swim bait, and the time's not even up yet. Big ol' mouth. I could probably fit my fist in there. There she goes. Awesome. Well, we caught our first fish, and it was 5 pounds on that little $7 swim bait. And you can see she ate it up front, but she was barely hooked when I brought her in. It's even getting chipped a little bit. If you guys want to start swim bait fishing, you can always start out with something cheap. You don't have to go all out and buy a $150 swim bait or even a $25 swim bait. You can start at that low level, just work with what you got. You'll be able to learn the fish and learn how to use that swim bait and hopefully catch big fish just like that. And just to let you guys know, I am not a big swim bait guy at all. Like I said, that was only my second swim bait fish ever, and it just happened to be 5 pounds. We're gonna keep fishing with this because I think we have a little bit more time left. Actually, we have 7 minutes left in the first round with a $7 swim bait. I'm gonna chuck it around a few more times and see if we can get another fish until this 7 minutes is over. Then we will change up to the $25 Huddleston, and I am actually excited to use that Huddleston because if that price difference actually does make a difference, who knows, maybe I'll catch a 10-pounder. Probably not, but we can wish, we can dream. I'm gonna get to fishing and hopefully get another one. All right guys, timer's done at 6:15. I'm just gonna bring in this last cast because I already casted it out, and then we're gonna switch over to the Huddleston. All right guys, so I just tied up the Huddleston. The time was up for the $7 swim bait. Now it is time for the $25 swim bait to shine. One difference that I see here is there is only one hook. If that one only had one hook, I would not have caught that fish, I don't think, because it was barely hooked and just through the top. Hopefully this one won't have issues hooking the fish. I might let him eat it a little bit longer. But also one thing that's cool about this one is that it doesn't have a treble hook on the bottom. So I mean, that could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, but now I can actually get it down to the bottom and roll it slowly if those fish are down there. I mean, it's summertime right now, so the fish are not going to be doing that much. Water temp's hot, so they should just be sitting on the bottom, and this will allow me to actually get down to them where they are and just put it in front of their face. I'm going to cast this thing out, reel it super slow, and just see how it goes from there. I'm going to put an hour on the clock right now, and I will talk to you guys hopefully when we catch a fish. We'll see what happens. Oh, guys, that's a fish. Okay, ready? Oh no! That was, oh my gosh. No, that was 100% a fish. What just happened, guys? Oh, he had it by the head. You can see his teeth marks right there. He didn't even have it all the way. I know I took it out of his mouth. I can't believe we just missed that fish. I let him eat it for a solid 8 seconds, 5 to 8 seconds. I saw my line swimming off to the side. Oh, that sucks so bad. And there she goes. Time is up for the Huddleston. I just got to get it unsnagged real quick and then I'll get back with you guys. All right guys, as you heard, the time limit is up for the Huddleston. So one thing that I'm kind of questioning is the Huddleston did get a bite sooner than the $7 swim bait. I just didn't hook up with the fish. So I mean, that could be one of the downfalls of the Huddleston. Sadly, I did not get that fish in. It breaks my heart every time I lose a fish. Especially on a Huddleston, it's like that fish could have been my PB. You never know how big that fish was. Who knows, maybe it was small. Just to make myself feel better, we're gonna say it was a small fish, but we are actually gonna do a round 2 with these 2 swim baits, but instead of fishing this pond, we're gonna go right across my yard to the other side of this hill, and there's another pond that is really, really good, and there's a ton of huge fish in there. So I think that's gonna be the final test between these 2 swim baits. So stay tuned and we will see which swim bait will win this swim bait battle. Welcome back guys, this is day 2 of the swim bait versus swim bait challenge. And as you can see, we are at a different pond. It's a little bit smaller, but I still think that we're gonna be able to catch a few nice fish on these swim baits. So just to recap on yesterday, the Huddleston did get a bite, but we could not hook up with that fish, sadly, which really sucks. But the cheap swim bait actually caught a 5-pound fish, so I'm super happy with that. This is the final test. We're gonna fish the swim baits for an hour each and see how they do. We're gonna put this little John boat in the water there. We're gonna see if we can catch some big old fish. All right guys, so yesterday we started with the cheap swim bait. Today we are starting with a Huddleston. I'm gonna set the timer real quick, and then we are gonna get to fishing. Oh, I got a fish. I'm gonna let him take it this time, guys. We missed it last time, so we're gonna let him take it in. Oh, he's got it right now. I don't know how long to wait. I'm just gonna go for it. I think he's got it good. Oh! Well, there's another fish on the Huddleston that we missed. It was weird. That one was very small though. I did not expect that fish to be that small. I'm not upset at all, really. I mean, I kind of am because we missed the fish, but I was surprised that little guy ate this thing. So we're just gonna keep trying and hopefully we can get a fish. So that's 2 bites for the Huddleston, if you count yesterday. So right now it's doing okay. The hookup ratio on this thing sucks. Oh, there goes the timer. That's it for the Huddleston. All right guys, as you can see, the Huddleston did not produce. We got 1 fish on it, but we could still not get it in the boat. I think there's just like a slight problem with the hookup ratio on these baits here. And I don't know, I feel like the action is not as good as the other one. There's just some pros and cons to both of them. And just tied on my other swim bait, so we're gonna give that another hour and see if we can get a fish in the boat. I think we're gonna be able to get some more fish with this other one. We'll see how it goes.
Oh my gosh.
We almost went in. Okay, that's the closest I've ever been to going in on this boat. About 30 minutes left, probably about 25 by now, but no bites. I'm just chucking this thing around until we get lucky. I hope we catch one. There we go. That's it, boys. All right, guys, so we just got off the water. That was definitely some tough fishing. We fished for about 2 hours, an hour each. 3 bites, I think. We lost that 1 fish on the Huddleston. So some of the pros for that cheap swim bait is I think it just kind of got the fish's attention more in these ponds. This is definitely some dirty water out here, and the pond that we fished yesterday was more clear, so I think that's why we did a little bit better. That $7 swim bait, I think it did a lot better because of the action of it, and I was able to reel it in more, get their attention more. And the Huddleston, it was kind of, the tail doesn't move that well. The only time I got a bite on the Huddleston is when I casted it out, let it sink to the bottom, and then that's when I got that bite. So that $7 swim bait, you could probably see, I'll show you guys right now, that the paint is actually starting to chip off of the swim bait. So I think that's just part of how cheap it is, and you get what you pay for. On the Huddleston, the first time I even set the hook with that bait, the whole front of it just like collapsed and came out. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave this up to you guys to see which bait you like better and which you would rather buy. And you guys just have to remember that we are fishing trout lures in a place where there's not even trout. Other than that, that's gonna be it for this video. So you guys get to choose which one you like better, and let me know, comment down below which one you like better. But other than that, thank you guys for watching so much. See you guys in the next video.